Back at it again.
Another episode of Brothers in Orange and Blue. I'm your host and brother Zachary Mouse. To my right is my brother Duke Boynton, and to my bottom is my brother Terry Rattle. How are you guys doing today?
Just fabulous.
One day away from Friday.
That's right.
One day away from Friday. Looking forward to it. That's right.
Yes.
Like, subscribe, and share. Or like, share, subscribe. I mean, however order you want to do it in.
Subscribe, share, like, whatever.
Right.
Zach does
Sub,
it
share, like.
alphabetically.
Yeah. We'll call it sub, share, like. Make it one big old word. Right on. Zach, how the hell have you been? Good.
Good.
Good. Always with the lovely smile. Picking up everybody's spirits.
Absolutely.
Amen to that.
Okay, well, here we go.
Right?
Should George Payton restructure the defensive secondary? If so, do you see Bouye and Jackson gone? Yeah, both probably.
I would love to keep Jackson, to be honest with you. That guy,
Be
he might
nice.
be old, but damn, he's hitting hard. He's reminding me of Steve Atwater out there, so I'd like him to stick around. But yeah, Boye, he was probably gone before the GM pick. But I think I would like to see Jackson stay, but who knows? General Patton may have something up his sleeves. You know, never know.
That's right. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he's going to try and restructure Jackson.
Right. Right.
Could.
Way to think outside the box there, Terry.
Yeah. Ooh.
I freaking love it. I love it. I don't know too much about this guy, to be honest with you. I don't know. I really don't know anything. So
He's worked for the Vikings for a long time.
okay.
To me, that I didn't want somebody. I didn't want the guy from Chicago. I didn't want somebody involved in picking Mitch Trubisky second overall.
Right. No, I agree. I agree. But I mean, Terry, do you know a lot about him? I mean, is this guy, is he on the heels of being really good, or is he good, or is he like, eh?
Well, you don't really know, because you don't really know what he did behind the scenes in Minnesota, right?
Right, right.
You know, everybody talks about Spielman or whoever the general manager is, right?
Right.
But they've drafted fairly good,
right?
I think they, you know, that.
Well, I
really about all I know.
I know Vic Fangio talks highly of him. I think Vic was in there with Joe Ellis and John Elway meeting and said, "Yeah, we want to bring, you know, Patton on, or Peyton, however you want to say his name." I like General Patton.
Yeah,
you know, he's gonna go. He's gonna go kick some Panzers' asses. But, you know, if he is going to bring something to the Broncos, I hope he's going to think outside the normal box, because things aren't perfect in Denver, and they haven't been since 2015. And so hopefully he's not just a yes man and goes, yeah, hopefully.
I didn't want Champ Kelly at all.
No, I would have rather had Fontenot or Peyton. There we go. You know, at least, like I said, at least they come from. Can't say the Vikings are real successful lately, because Kirk Cousins is Kirk Cousins, but that's
right.
You know, everything hinges on. Plus, I think they had a lot of injuries last year too. I'm not sure.
Right. Word has it, Peyton is a really hard ass. By the book, hey, this is how it's going to go. And quite frankly,
that works for me.
I think that's me too. I think that's something that's been missing in Denver for a while. And I'm not knocking Elway. I'm not knocking Fangio. Well, even though we could, but I think somebody that goes in there with an iron boot and shoves it up those players' asses so far,
Yeah.
There's no choice but you do what you're told to do. Here's how we're going to run this thing. We're going to be successful. If you don't like it, get the hell out. Can that happen? Sure. Will it happen? It's not to be seen right now.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out soon, I guess. Probably starting Monday.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Start hearing stories.
Yep, I know. But word has it though, this is going to be a different year though, bros. This is going to be like 2020 all over again. I'm going to let you know now. They're already canceling shit. They're canceling the Senior Bowl, and they're canceling going watching these little college players play their little hearts out for them. Cancel the cancellations are coming through, and I'm telling you, 2020 is going to be all over again. Me personally, unless something dramatically changes, I don't see OTAs again. I don't see scrimmages happening again. I don't see the preseason games happening.
I could see maybe a bit like preseason stuff, like training camp, like doing walkthroughs and shit like that. Like they're gonna have to do something.
They can't have the NFL cannot afford to have a repeat of what they had last year. They can't.
No, they're gonna have to do what hockey did and sell their division names, sell off the naming rights to all their divisions. It'll be the American Life AFC West division or something dumb like that.
That would bloody suck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. So what do you think about Patton's want in keeping Von Miller around? Does this mean that both Miller and Shelby Harris can be re-signed? One or the other?
Well, I mean, sentimental, you got to go with Vaughn.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a fan favorite. He's a fan favorite. And even, okay, so with that said, though, Terry, before we move on to Shelby Harris, I was thinking about this a lot earlier. Even Von Miller at half speed is better than 99% of those young kids coming out now.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll take Vaughn all day. Yeah, restructure contract, of course. Yeah, but I have a good feeling that this boy's going to retire a Bronco.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Harris, I think every time I Google the Broncos, I keep seeing Shelby Harris coming up under a Vikings Wire headline. So you think the Vikings might push a little harder to get him since we poached one of their executives?
Yeah, maybe. Shelby Harris is right now, he's being looked at by every team out there but the Broncos because he's a Bronco.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's one of those, we have to be prepared to lose him, but it's really up to Shelby. Where is his heart? Is his heart in Denver? Because if it is, he'll sign with us. If his heart's with his paycheck, which, I understand. I've always said my loyalty is to my wallet.
Yeah.
And so
basically.
And so if he was to take a bigger paycheck elsewhere, I wouldn't blame him. No grudges. I wouldn't be pissed. But in the same token, I want Denver to make that real hard push for him. And that'll show other Bronco players that are coming up on contract years, hey, look, if you play good, Denver will pay you. And I think that's where Elway's getting knocked, is he just doesn't care. And I'll pick on Philip Lindsay. He had that opportunity to get paid, but Elway just kind of get out of here, Philip. Right?
Yeah.
So
yeah. You're running back.
Shelby Harris is a good place for Denver to start paying their freaking players that are just phenomenal.
Yeah, we don't want them win games.
That's right. That's right. I guarantee you, had Shelby Harris been playing in the Bronco game against the Raiders, I promise, I could tell you right now, we would have won that game.
Probably would have batted down a couple of passes for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. A couple. Yeah, he may have he may have even intercepted a couple.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, orange-colored glasses. What's up, Zach?
That's right.
I really believe Miller will always be a Bronco because he has the heart to give the team what is asked of him.
Amen to that.
Good point. Yeah. Gives them more than what they ask of him.
Right. He's a natural leader. It's almost unheard of to have a college player come out in the rookie year and become an immediate leader on that team. Von Miller did just that. So his voice in the locker room was also the voice of Bronco fans. I'll be honest with you. You know,
Yeah.
I think it was, I want to say it was 2015, maybe 2016. It was under Vance Joseph. Von Miller came out and blew me away. Von Miller came out and said, "We're going to beat the Arizona team's ass. We're going to beat the Cardinals' ass." And what happened? Now, before he brought that out and said that, he actually went and talked to teammates and said, "Hey, should I put this out?" They're like, "Vaughn, you the man. If you think you want to say it, go say it." He says, "Because I'm not going to make that guarantee every game, but this one here, I know we got." That's leadership.
Absolutely. Yeah. Definitely.
That's leadership, and that's why I want Vaughn to say, "Okay, so he's not Vaughn of when he was
It's not 2015, not 2015 Vaughn.
I get it, but still, he's a voice, and he lights fires under other players' butts, man.
He's still gonna get. They're still gonna shift the line over to him every play that he's in the game.
They better.
Yeah, he's gonna wreck him.
He'll wreck them, and wreck them real good.
I think there is a possibility that both of them.
I agree.
They're going to restructure Vaughn, and hopefully they find Shelby enough money to make him stay.
Right. Right. You know, we could free up a lot of money if we just kick Juwan James out. I mean, even if it's dead cap, we still save $20 million a year, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
We should have heard the laughter from Miami when we signed him.
Oh, yeah.
We should have paid close attention. So if Philip Lindsay can't be re-signed after his RFA is up, which is restricted free agent, would you be willing for Peyton to go after Travis Etienne, 18, from Clemson to help bolster the running game? It depends on where Mr. Travis is projected to go in the draft. If he's a first rounder, no, I'm against it.
He's pretty damn good, though. Yeah, he could catch the ball.
But the adage is, what side of the ball needs more help, offense or defense? And at this point in time, defense. Defense. Was it? For crying out loud, we could sign Adrian Peterson to come in and do some work for us if we wanted to. You know, just take a page out of Mike Shanahan's playbook and get the offensive line right, and you could plug anybody in at running back, and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
So even though Travis may be very, very good, and that's cool if he is. I don't know a lot about the chap, but if he's good, great. You know, cool for him. But I want to see our defense play lights out this year, and we have to fix it though. Do you fix the defense in the draft? Who knows? Do you fix the defense in the free agency? Again, who knows?
It's all about cost.
That's right.
No, if just going back to James, if they cut him his cap charge would be 13 million with no dead money.
Damn. There we go. 13 mil right there for a player that's not even been on the field for what, 60 snaps. Zach, go for it, buddy. Go ahead. Go ahead, Zach.
ADN is probably going to be Christian McCaffrey 2.0.
Yeah. He's, like I said, he can run like a bastard. He can catch. Where are we at 9? I don't know, man. If one of them stud defensive backs is still there at 9, corner or safety, I'm going with that personally.
Right. So I'm going to play devil's advocate here, though, and this probably won't sit well with folks. But as good as Christian McCaffrey is, and of course I love his dad. Eddie was one of the best people I've ever met and known. Ed McCaffrey was just, bless him. But Christian McCaffrey, he's such a damn good player. But how many Super Bowls have they won since he's been signed to them?
How many times have they made the playoffs?
And what's the big thing Carolina's lacking? Defense. So even though Christian McCaffrey is awesome with Carolina, the holes they could have filled on that first round draft pick instead of him for their defense may have made a difference in their season today.
Yeah.
So, I mean, devil's advocate here. I'm not knocking Christian McCaffrey at all. I think he's a tremendous player. But somebody out there in the internet world, I won't mention her name, said Denver has 99 things to fill up. Why worry about one player? 99 other players, we got to figure out a way to fix this Swiss cheese, as you would say, Terry. And I think doing one player on offense, even though as awesome as he is not going to change our projection. No. What will change our projection, in my opinion, is drafting a certain Surtain. Somebody that could I'm learning.
A certain Surtain.
I can say Okaway-Banam all day long. I just can't say Surtain's name, okay? But yeah, fix that secondary. Go ahead, Zach.
I want Pearson at number 9 to fill Jarrell Casey's spot.
Interesting pick.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think the line is really where we need. I know they say always draft the best available player, don't draft for need.
Right.
But you got to, if you got so many holes, you have to draft for need. You have to take the best player at the position that you have the most dire need for. I think we're kind of okay at defensive line. I say kind of okay. It depends.
Right.
How Draymond and, like Draymond and what's the guy, McTelvin and Najim, how they come along next year. See if they actually let DeMarcus Walker play for once, play some meaningful snaps, because every time I see him on the field, he's always around the ball.
Right.
So.
Well, and
it's got to be cornerback or linebacker.
I agree. And I think at this point in time, I would say cornerback, just because I don't see a lot of free agents out there that is worth, paying them, umpteen $1 million to bring the raggedy ass into Denver to do the same thing they've been doing in Dallas,
Don't sign any free agents from Dallas. Don't
ever. And I'm going to tell all Dak Prescott fans out there that I want to see Dak in Denver. No, Dak ain't happening.
Well, I would have liked. I would have liked to see him, in the third round. The year he got picked, we could draft him in the third round.
He's not that good.
No, he's like an empty calorie guy.
Thank you.
He gets Dallas will get like 3 points in the first half, and then in the second half, they come back and almost win the game on the arm of Dak Prescott because he threw like 300 yards in the second half while they're losing.
Right. Which is bizarre. And this is not a Cowgirls podcast, by the way, but Dak had to do all that with an amazing running back called Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, and an amazing receiver.
And a top-notch offensive line. Got it. If you listen to Cowboy fans, Dallas has won every Super Bowl ever, and nobody else has ever won one. America's team.
Yeah.
Denver's America's team. Get over it, dudes.
That's right.
Yeah. Screw that. Screw Dallas. I don't care. New England, the Cheatriots. But but the same token,
Bill
though,
Belichick.
I don't know, man. I like how people, though, can throw things out there like that in Denverland, and we just all respect each other. You know, it's like, okay, that thought process, that's not sitting cool with me. But hey, thank you for bringing it out, because that's what thinking outside the box means. You know, that's why I kind of laugh with this whole Watson thing and Watson coming to Denver. And I don't want him here, but
we'd have to pay too much. And you brought up the point, he gets injured too much.
Yeah,
his style of play.
Yeah. He thinks
thinks he's Superman, really.
Yeah, he thinks his balls are bigger than that football on the field, and I guarantee you they ain't. Zach, what else you got, buddy?
Not much, eh?
Zach's quiet tonight.
I don't know. Like, to your point, though, if it's true, like if Peyton is a bit of a hard ass, old school guy, all you need is, obviously that's probably why Fangio likes him.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
Fangio did, while Bears being in the NFC North, they did get to, they had to play the Vikings twice a year.
Right.
So he knows the type of roster. I imagine they probably bullshitted on the sidelines before a game.
Yeah. Right.
Just casually, oh, hey, blah, blah, blah. So,
yeah. Right.
We'll see.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. And that, it's just, Terry, it has to be it's a wait and see game.
Wanting to keep Miller is a good start.
I agree.
That was a big thing.
The proof's in the pudding. So we'll see. We'll see. Like any hire out there, anybody that you hire, they could be an employee for any company out there. You only know how good they are until they start performing.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to give General Patton a pass and say, okay, he's going to be good right now. But if he starts freaking up, well, everybody can stop the fire Elway talk and they can start saying fire
Patton.
Right? Yeah. Which I kind of see why Elway did what he did. He's like, I'm tired of saying this fire Elway crap.
Probably, yeah. I'm just going to go up here where I can't get fired.
Right. So, somebody else could take that heat.
Yeah. Well, and they did sign him to a 6-year deal, so
yeah.
Hopefully that gives him enough, confidence, I guess, or whatever to, like they actually have faith in him. Put him on 6 years.
Yep. But like any coach changes, any player changes, a GM change now. I urge Bronco fans to just be patient. Okay. Yeah. Not everything's going to be smelling like roses and perfume his first year. So give the dudes, seriously, if he comes out and he finds the next Patrick Mahomes for Denver, God bless it. But I'm not expecting that. What I'm expecting is just Denver to be better than what we have been since 2015.
Mhm. I think continuity in the coaching, especially on
Yep.
offense,
Has to
and
be that way. It has to be that way.
mhm.
Now,
even
I'm
if
going to go ahead,
well,
Terry.
even if OTAs and training camp are cut short, cut off, at least the players know
Right,
the basic system. Like they've played games in
right,
it. They hopefully he
right.
tweaks it a little bit more for Locke, but
Well, so with that said, though, Terry, a GM really doesn't have his hands in that playbook that much.
no, I was talking more about Sherman. But
Okay, that's where I'm going with this.
yeah,
I want Shermer to sit up and take notice and say, "Hey, I have a new boss. I got to do better."
yeah,
Yeah, it's that
yeah,
everybody has gone through a boss change in their life. I don't care where you work, somewhere, sometime, you had a new boss placed. The first thing all employees try to do was sit up, take notice, and try to prove themselves. Which hopefully that's the mindset. But even if it wasn't, I think Vic Fangio and Pat Shermer have been put on notice.
absolutely, because they're working for a guy who didn't hire them.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And so
So
if we start 0-6, I guarantee you we'll see a coaching change mid-year.
oh yeah, it might not be Fangio, but it'll
Well,
be probably
Tom
McMahon. I
McMahon's
don't know
gone.
what.
I think he's gone.
He's got to be. Like he
He's
can't.
got to be gone.
Like
And some juicy stuff on higher ups. He's got to be gone. But
yeah, well,
every Denver brass that is underneath our new GM Peyton, they've been put on notice without Peyton having to say a word.
mm-hmm.
It's time to put up, or it's time for them to put up or shut up.
Yeah,
And
take
so
what's coming.
that's right. And I really agree with what Elway did. I love Elway to death. He is the god of Denver, no doubt about it. But what he did by taking himself out of that equation, I think was one of the best business moves he ever did.
Yeah.
So now he could just watch from above, like on the cloud, like an angel or a god, and just wait for the chips to fall. If they fall in our direction for the good, awesome. If they fall bad,
He
what's
doesn't have to.
next.
He doesn't have to take the blame anymore.
That's right. That's right.
So, I am very optimistic.
Me too.
There's some guys, on the internet. Oh, Broncos are making the playoffs for sure next year. Well,
Yeah, maybe.
pump the brakes a little bit.
Thank you.
It's a new general manager. He's not putting a
Right.
helmet on Sundays. He's choosing the guys to put the helmets on. But
amen. That perfect. And Terry, I couldn't have said it better myself. That was awesome. And that's what we want, though. We want this GM to come in and put the hammer down.
Yeah. Like I think it, it kind of puts all the players on notice too.
It does. Every player.
Maybe, except for like Vaughn. It depends.
I think Vaughn's on notice.
A little bit, yeah. I know definitely Drew Lock's on notice.
Yeah. Oh God.
Especially because I think in the later rounds we'll probably take that flyer on a quarterback.
Right. Which we could do a whole pod on this section. If our new general manager picks a quarterback in the first round, Drew's gone.
Oh yeah. If
Gone.
but well, even like guys who are talking about like PFF mocked us to take Trey Lance from South Dakota.
I'm with you, Zach.
You'd be starting over where we had Drew Lock 2 years ago.
Right.
I mean, the guy's played one freaking game this year.
Right.
And he was like 15 for 30 with 150 yards, a couple of touchdowns and interception.
Right.
I don't think maybe if he's in the fourth round,
right,
take him.
I agree.
Not at number 9.
Right, not at 9. But if our new General Patton comes in and takes a quarterback at number 9, or trades up for a quarterback, curtains closed for Locke. That's it.
Yeah. Well, Zach and me were talking the other night. Like they do the quarterback room has to change because Brett Rippon and Jeff Driscoll and Blake Bortles are not pushing Drew Lock. They are not making him look over. Who knows? But
I thought Blake went to like the Rams or something.
Well, we got him from the Rams. That's who he played for last year, 2019. But,
see,
like Brett Rippon and Jeff Driscoll, even they're like Drew Lock's not looking at them going like, "Holy shit, this guy might take my job."
Right.
He knows they're not going to take his job.
Right.
Yeah, even if we get a veteran.
Right. But herein lies the problem, though, Terry, is that we had a veteran quarterback to maybe mentor Locke, but that certain fucking veteran quarterback by the name of Joe fucking Flacco said, "Oh, I'm not here to be Locke's coach. I'm here to play football." Yeah. What a piece of POS. He's a POS. That was horrible.
He didn't do either.
Man, with that statement alone, that made me realize that Flacco really is a big time NFL POS. And horrible. I mean, Joe Montana trained Steve Young, right?
Brett Favre.
And look at Brett Favre with Aaron Rodgers. Look at John Elway with Gary Kubiak. You know, you always look at Tom Brady with every other backup that went to the league. I bring up Tom Brady because Tom Brady brought him in and said, "Hey, look, this is what we're doing. If I go down, this is what you got to do." No, Joe Flacco said, "Nope, I'm not going to help Drew Lock because I'm too good for that." Mm-hmm. What a POS.
Big time. Look at how much help he provided the Jets this year.
Yeah, tons, right? Zach, what you got, buddy?
Look at Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Did Alex Smith really teach him? Probably. He probably helped him out a lot more than Flacco. It helped that they actually won games with Alex Smith.
Oh, I agree.
And
right.
Mahomes that way learned how to win, almost by osmosis, maybe.
He's a big time team player. Alex Smith has always been a big time team player. Even with the 49ers, he's one of those guys that you kind of look to for advice. And he was willing to give it if you asked. If you didn't ask and he saw something wrong, Alex Smith went and said, "Hey, look, you're doing this wrong. Try this."
Well, so they took him out for Kaepernick, and not a peep. He wasn't on me. I want to be traded now, and
right,
like some dude over where our brother Troy lives,
Philadelphia. Capper who? I didn't recognize that name.
No, yeah, he played for a little bit.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Made it to a Super Bowl. Didn't really do much else.
Oh,
Flash in the pan.
I know. Flash. Yeah, it is what it is. Zach, do you have something, buddy? Just got to check with you, man. I know every once in a while you raise your hand, so. Sweet. Well, Terry, you got anything else, buddy?
Not for tonight, man. Not for tonight. Absolutely, people.
Like, subscribe, share, or subscribe like. Subscribe like.
Right on.
And right on. Love you, brothers, as always.
Love you too.
Always
Broncos country. Broncos country, we love you. We appreciate you.
Flex it, Zach. Flex it, Zach. There you go.
Flex it. There we go, brother.